Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, bienvenue, although this is going to be all in English. This is a special webinar produced by SecondFlor. We're going to cover some interesting topics, both design and customer service and sales. So, Rebecca, you've got, you're letting people come in as they
Yes.
join. Okay, perfect. So let's start with introductions. So we have Lénaïc, Peillon. Did I say it correctly? Yes? Okay. Yeah. Proud of myself. He is going to be our focal artistic designer today. And we have Lucie from SecondFlor. You'll meet her momentarily. Tim Huckabee. And then kind of in the background is Rebecca from my office. And she will be helping us, anybody who has issues getting into the session, as people have questions, she'll read those to us or unmute you so you can talk. Right now we have everybody muted because of the number of people that are going to be joining us. It's just easier if we keep you muted, and then we do encourage you to ask questions so we can unmute you as that happens. So today we've got two topics. The first topic, the main topic, is going to be watching a brand new Christmas wreath being made completely with preserved product. And then the second topic, a little bit later, that will be me. I'm going to step in and introduce you to our sales philosophy. We realize we've got many customers joining us from here in France and in Europe. Maybe you haven't heard of me before. My name is Tim Huckabee. I have been in the flower business since 1993. And what I do is teach retail florists how to make more money, how to improve their sales, how to improve their customer service. So at the end of our workshop today, we'll give you a little bit of introduction to that, so that will help you to increase your sales. The plan is simple. We're going to do the design demonstration. We'll do some Q&A if you have questions about how something was made, about sourcing things, anything. And then I will jump in with my sales tips. So on that note, Rebecca, are you ready? I'm going to turn the camera over to you, and you can spotlight us.
Perfect. You are good to go.
Okay, so if you want to do introductions again.
Yes, sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Lucie. I am the general manager of SecondFlor, and I am with Lénaïc, which is known as the Black Dahlia. He's a floral artist, and today he is going to show us how to make a beautiful Christmas wreath with flowers and with preserved flowers and greens. For this webinar, he's going to use a wreath basis made of straw, some tuya, you might know it as well as cedar. You can also use preserved eucalyptus or ivy or any other green or foliage that would be in a Christmas spirit. We have chosen some red and white flowers, of course, some wild roses, rosebuds.
Do you want to show them?
Maybe yes, of course. The rosebuds, we have one in white and red, of course. We have some wild roses. You can also use gardenias and small roses. And we have this brand new product on SecondFlor, which is poinsettia, and you know it as a classical Christmas flower. So we have the clatter. And so you are going to use 2 bunches of tuya. And also you will need some tools. You will need pin wire, a flat clip, some pins, and also a glue gun. So we can start making it, and I'm going to explain what he's doing. So we will start by putting the cedar, the tuya, on the bases with the pins. And it's going to make a round, of course, because of the movement it needs to give to the braid. So there is 1 pin for each stem.
What about mixing greens, using cedar and eucalyptus?
On peut mélanger du sel. On peut mélanger de l'eucalyptus. Of course, we can mix the greens for the the breast. You can also mix the color. You can choose different products. This is one idea, but you can also customize it with your own taste.
So he won't do the full wreath now, but how long does it take to cover the full wreath?
Making the whole wreath basis with cedar tuya would take about 30 minutes. We are not going to do this for 30 minutes. We have one ready, but this is how long it will take to.
And how many centimeters is that? Is that a standard size?
Yes, it's a standard for 40 centimeters. So it's a standard, yeah.
Okay. Just so people know how much product to buy.
Of course. Well, to make this one, you're going to see that it's covered a lot with greens, and he only used 2, a little less than 2.
Okay.
But also you can choose to put more or less green depending on the look you want to give to the brain.
And Rebecca, if anybody is typing in any questions or if they have any hands raised, you let us know.
Absolutely.
And we encourage everybody to do that. If you want to ask a question, please jump right in. It's going to take a little bit of translating, a little bit of work, but we'll get your answer. And Rebecca, you too, if you have any questions.
Absolutely.
Smells good.
Yes, I like that too. Okay, so maybe
Get the idea.
Yeah, so maybe we can switch to the ready one.
Magic.
So yeah, you can see that Lénaïc made quickly this part, and you can see that it came from the top to the bottom, and it's going to make the round circle. So here is the one he prepared before with the wall tuya and the wall cedar, and you can see that there is some round movement. So this is it. And it's going to add some flowers on it.
We should be playing Christmas music.
And wear a Christmas hat.
Exactly. Come Père Noël. Special advice about doing these?
So he's putting some glue under the flower, but you just put some hot glue, of course.
What about, this is maybe a question for him, hot glue versus cold?
Let's see. Pas mieux là.
Plus vite que la colle froide.
Ouais.
Ça prend plus vite du coup.
Okay. Okay. Using hot glue is allows to win some time because it's faster to try. And also what I haven't shown you is that Lénaïc is cutting this part of the flower. There is a little stem, and he's cutting it and putting the glue on it.
Okay.
So of course you can put the flowers wherever you want. He has chosen to put 3 of them, so like making a triangle. But everybody can do what he wants.
And does he play by the rule, or is it always an odd number or an even number?
Est-ce qu'en termes de nombre de fleurs, il y a des règles à respecter? Il faut mettre un nombre particulier pour éviter la
Or ça dépend.
Ça va dépendre après. Donc, sur celle-ci, ça sera plus esthétique. On peut partir sur 3. Ça tout dépend. Pour Noël, on peut partir sur 4 pour remplacer le système des bougies, du coup, pour la couronne de la main.
Okay.
Mais là, voilà, on est resté sur le chiffre de 3.
Okay. So yes, he has chosen to put 3 flowers because it's a round, it's more beautiful, but also you can choose to have 4 of them to remind of the 4 candles for Christmas, which is a very good idea too. And then he's adding some white roses, also with the glue gun.
I have a question. Someone has typed in. Is there a risk that the color is going to bleed from those? Is that something that could happen?
Sur donc ça c'est du rouge.
As long as the white flower isn't glued or stick to the red flower, there is no risk. And
What
the
about with
white,
the cedar?
no, because the glue is under the flower, so the white flower won't be stayed by the green tube.
Okay.
Wonderful.
But indeed, you have to avoid putting the poinsettia and the white rose together.
Then that poinsettia, is that one poinsettia? Because it looks like maybe many put together. It looks like a kind of a hyper poinsettia. You know what I mean?
Yes, actually, this poinsettia is made with roses.
Ah, okay.
It's preserved roses petal that are.
So it's a rosettia.
Yes, it's a rosacea.
Okay.
Yes, because not every flowers can be preserved,
Right.
and you can find a way to have some poinsettia. And using preserved petals, rose petals, is a way.
Is it because of the sap inside the poinsettia? It's difficult to.
Yes,
to
the
preserve?
sap and the thickness of
Okay.
the
Okay.
petal.
Got it. But those are real roses.
Yes. And also you can add some other elements, like you can put some gold powder or snow if you like to give
Sure.
it more crisp. You can customize it the way you want. Yes, sure. Fine comments, yeah. So every side of the wreath is flowers, not only the top of it.
Yeah, so there is no top. Any other questions or comments coming in, Rebecca?
Well, I was wondering with the greenery that you've used on the wreath, I know you pinned that in, but is that something that you would also consider gluing into your wreath, or is pinning the more secure option?
Yes, pinning is the best way to do it.
La colle après, ça prend énormément de temps et puis c'est plus rapide de faire avec les pinces.
Using glue is taking
Too long?
too long, yes.
Okay.
Too much time. It's really quicker to do the pins.
We have a question from the Instagram live. He's asking when can he buy the big red flowers, so the poinsettia.
Oh, the poinsettia is already available on SecondFlor. It arrived a few days ago, so it's ready to be bought on SecondFlor in the US and Europe.
Have people been asking for the poinsettia?
Yes, but it's a Christmas flower. So yes, last year, for instance, for Christmas, we received messages from people looking for them.
Right.
So we are very happy to have it this year.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with this.
We haven't used it.
I know. I'm ready to see. See.
Ça, on pourra faire le lien
Ah,
pour la
yes.
couronne.
We will use it.
Okay. I'll be patient. This is totally inside, correct?
Yes, indeed.
If you put it on your door, you have to have the door on the outside.
Yes, at Christmas tree. So you can put it outside. It's covered with I'm sorry, I forgot the word. You can put it outside if the rain can fall on it.
Right.
Because it's for Christmas, so maybe the color will change a little bit with the UV.
Mhm.
But as long as you only use it for a few weeks,
Sure.
it's okay. You can put it outside.
I have someone asking what the size of that wreath is. What's the diameter?
It said 40 centimeters.
Yes, 40 centimeters.
You want to do a quick conversion on Google on that, Rebecca?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
So that went up and over my head. Let us know what you get.
So that's 15.75 inches.
Is that standard, Rebecca? What's the standard size in the US?
I mean, it really ranges. I mean, 12 inches is probably the smallest I see for wreaths. But 18, 24, those tend to be pretty popular sizes.
We are using about 7 roses of each, like, well, 4 white roses and about 7 bud roses white, red bud roses, and also princess baby roses.
Rebecca, no one's asked the magic question yet.
No magic question.
Oh, you know what the magic question is? You're reading my mind, right?
Oh, I think I do. How
Okay.
much would you charge for that, right?
Yeah. You were selling that here in Montpellier in Europe. What would the retail be? Or what do you think a reasonable retail price would be?
Well, as it's made with freezer, then you're going to keep it for years, and it's kind of big. I would say 100 euros.
Okay.
So it's done. Yes, we're done. That's it.
Oui,
So I'm gonna show you the reason, or maybe you want to show it. So you can look at it, and it's very beautiful.
Yeah, I like the rosettas. These are nice. Cool. Okay. So what happened with this? I thought we were gonna use some of that.
Yes.
pour faire les mains après.
Oh, okay. So not part of the design.
Yes, so you will
Okay.
need this to put it on the door.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when you send it, you should.
Right.
put
Okay.
a-
Okay. I thought maybe it was like some loop, so there was some other design elements. Okay. Rebecca, any more questions on the design end?
Is there going to be images of the finished wreath put up on your Instagram so people can see it more up close?
Yes, of course. We are going first to send a replay for everyone, and it's going to be translated in 5 languages. And also, we will write an article about it and to show all the sides and how it looks like very closely.
Yeah.
So yes.
I think we could probably bring it in a little closer right now. Rebecca,
Yeah.
just tell me if I'm getting too close and it's getting blurry.
It's dark. The shadows are really dark on that. Yeah. There you go. It's a little bit better there.
That better? Okay.
Yeah. And how long presumably they're going to last forever, but is there a timeline of how long the preserved flowers last?
No, there is no timeline, and this is a Christmas wreath, so we can suppose that you will hang it on December every year and put that back in a box and just stock it in a closet for 11 months. This way, you're gonna keep it for years for sure.
But there is UV damage that happens, right?
If you put it outside, yes,
Yeah.
as I said before, but if you leave it inside, it will not be damaged at all, and you will enjoy it for years as long as you don't touch it too much and you don't put it close to heat and UV.
Okay. All right, Rebecca, any more questions coming in?
Nope, not right now.
All right. So what we'll do then is we'll thank the team on that side of the camera, and then we'll flip it over to me, and we'll do a little bit of the sales part of it. All right. So you ready to do the screen share, Rebecca?
Yep.
All right. So let's keep going. So, all right. So on my end, as I said, a lot of people know us. Rebecca's been part of the team for a long time for the sales training that we do. And Rebecca, just to make sure you're getting the full screen on the PowerPoint.
Yeah, the PowerPoint is all good to go.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so we're just going to take a couple minutes and walk you through what we think are 5 pretty easy tips to help anybody on the retail sales end to increase your sales pretty quickly, pretty easily. So the first thing I think everybody kind of knows, but we want to bring the point home, is that most people don't know about flowers. And one of the things I've said for years is you can take a design from your cooler or one that was just made by one of your florists, put it on the counter, and if you put a sign in it that says free today, if you can name all of these flowers, you know, how long is that going to be sitting out there? What do you think, Rebecca?
Probably a week until you have to throw it away.
Right, probably a week. So our tip is simply talk about colors. Use color schemes right now as we're pardon me, moving from September into October. Universally, we like the idea of autumn colors. So talking about a color scheme to a customer, especially over the phone, then you don't have to get hung up about what flowers and what foliage you're talking about. Colors, autumn colors, rich reds and oranges and yellows. And then when it comes time to create the design, you are at liberty to use whatever flowers that you have. The second point is that many florists don't realize is that when a customer calls, when a customer visits, they're looking at you as the expert. So by virtue of the fact that you answer the phone, that you greet them on the floor in the store, you are the expert. So our tip is, instead of asking them a million questions, would you like this? Would you like that? When you learn that it's for a birthday, offer what's appropriate. Offer, instead of asking how much you want to spend or what do you think about this, offer them what's appropriate. Maybe you already have a wonderful design in your store at $100 or €100. Tell them this would make a wonderful birthday celebration and give them a chance to buy it. What's the worst they can say, Rebecca?
No. What else you got?
You move to another design. Third one to think about, and this is important. This is something I remember because when I started working in the flower industry, as I said at the beginning of our workshop, I was very young. I really couldn't afford personally to spend money on flowers. But you've got to say that to yourself. You've got to remember that they're paying for it, not you. And as simple as it sounds, my gosh, Rebecca, we've been preaching this forever. You know, don't sell from your own pocket. Your job is to offer them what's appropriate for their needs. So the tip is simple. If the customer doesn't like what you offer as a price, they'll let you know. I've got one step ahead of myself. They'll let you know when you can offer a smaller design. But when somebody goes through our training, they're very, very often surprised how when you offer a customer a design, maybe at $150, €200, that the customer says, sure, but they can't buy it if they're not offered that possibility. Number 4 is kind of a version of that. And remember that the customer called you. The customer came into the store. You didn't call them at home. You didn't grab them off the street. So they need flowers and they're willing to spend money. I think what happens too often when the economy gets soft, kind of like it is right now, especially in the US, this being an election year, it's easy for us to think, oh, well, you know, I don't want to offer something too high. I don't want to scare them away. But they're spending money on a luxury purchase. So the idea is, don't try to help them by offering them a lower price point. If they only have $50 or €60, they'll tell you. But by offering the higher price points, you're actually giving them a chance to experience more of your design capability. Give them a chance to see more of the variety of flowers that you have to offer them. And then finally, this is simple, but this really puts money in your pocket right away. And that is that customers love the chance to personalize their purchases. And there is evidence of this. And the evidence is simple. If you go on your website, what you'll notice is that most of the orders that people place over the website have the teddy bear, have the box of chocolates, have the greeting card added. But when customers call your store and customers visit your store, they don't buy them. So what's the disconnect? Rebecca, what's the disconnect?
I think people are afraid to hear no, or they just assume that people only want the flowers.
Right. In other words, to simplify it, customers can't buy it if you don't offer it to them. And rather than asking them, do you want to add a balloon? Do you want to add candy? Do you want to add a teddy bear? Offer it to them. And the language that we've been teaching for years with great success is to brand it as a finishing touch. So say to a customer who's maybe ordering birthday flowers for his 8-year-old daughter that as a finishing touch, you can attach a happy birthday balloon. They're just X dollars. As a finishing touch, we can include a box of chocolates. They're just X euros. And they'll buy it. They'll buy it. Again, if you don't believe me, take a look at your web sales. Proportionally, your web sales have so many more of these add-ons because the website is not afraid to offer them, shows them to customers, and they buy them. So you just need the proper language. So when they come in the store, when they visit you by phone, you put this on their radar, you make the offer, and they'll buy it. Okay. So that is my 2 cents, literally my 2 cents. But I want to encourage all of you who maybe have never heard of me before, never heard of us before, reach out. That's my email address. That is my phone number in the US. If you're in Europe, you just put a +1 in front of the 917. Very happy to send you some samples of our training materials, some videos that we've done before, just to get you on the right path to start increasing your sales and making a lot more money than you're doing now, because you're working so hard. We need to be making more money. Rebecca, questions, comments? Anybody type in anything?
No, I think this was great. I think people got a lot, especially the wreath was wonderful, and hopefully we start hearing from some of these people and getting them on board with our programs.
Indeed. So thank you to everybody who joined us this afternoon live. Thank you to SecondFlor for bringing us together. And we'll be in touch. We'll get you the recording of this so you can study and copy the way that the wreath was created, and hopefully listen to our sales tips and put those into practice and make some money in your store. So on that note, we'll wrap it up. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for your help, Rebecca. And thanks everyone for attending. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.